In our online poll last night, we asked, do you believe top officials at the FBI and Department of Justice have lost the trust of the American people? 96% of you answered in the affirmative. Joining us tonight is Byron York, chief political correspondent for the Washington Examiner, Fox Business contributor, and following this story of corruption and misdeeds at the FBI and the DOJ closely and constantly. Good to see you.
Thanks, Lou.
Let's start with the latest. The found texts, missing now less than a week before they turned over, as Tom Fitton of Judicial Watch pointed out, within hours of their suing for those texts, they were found.
Well, how about that? I mean, who knew? I think the FBI must have been pretty surprised at the intensity of the reaction on Capitol Hill about this. You saw that within hours of this announcement that the texts were lost. The Attorney General, Jeff Sessions, said, we're going to do everything we can. We're going to use all of our technical measures to try to find it. And, well, they showed up pretty fast. Yeah,
it turns out to be less a matter of technological knowledge than alchemy between conscience and certain public reaction. Amongst these texts, one of these, a number of them catch my eye, but this between Page and Strzok, if we could put that up, referring to the next president, and here it is. One more thing, writes Page. She might be our next president. The last thing you need is going in there loaded for bear. You think she's going to remember or care that it was more DOJ than FBI? Strzok, agreed. I called Bill and relayed what we discussed. He agrees. I will email you, and redacted the same. Your reaction to that?
Well, by the way, just so viewers know, the bill referred to is thought by investigators to be Bill Priestap, who's a top FBI official, not Bill Clinton. Right. But look, Charles Grassley, the senator, released that email today, or that text today, and said that it looks like they're pulling their punches in a Clinton investigation, and it certainly does. I mean, there are other parts in which they talk about getting a special counsel for the Clinton investigation, but in this one they made it seem like they really didn't want to go after her full bore, and of course we know they didn't.
We know they didn't. The evidence is mounting and more evidence to come. But it is also, there is a reminder in this when we talk about the secret societies, as I did yesterday. Ron Johnson, the senator from Wisconsin, walked back his reference to secret societies, saying that it may have been that they were kidding rather than serious. That doesn't, however, go toward the idea that they were having secret society meetings off-site. So I'm not quite sure what to make of all of that. Are you?
No, there's a couple of things. Senator Johnson said he had an informant who told him they were meeting, some group were meeting off-site. Well, we need to learn more about that. On the secret society thing, on the night this came out, I think it was Monday night, I had talked to several lawmakers, and they only found those two words once, and the context was very difficult to figure out. And I wrote that night, said, you know, this could be nothing. And I think everybody got a little too excited about it and jumped the gun on that. But there's a lot of stuff in these texts that perhaps the lesson of the secret society thing is that you need to look for context. These texts are full of gossip. They're full of references to whatever conversation took place that day. They're hard to reconstruct. And in some of them, there are very, very important messages. So that's going to take a while for investigators to go through.
But then we have Adam Schiff saying, oh, no, the American people are too stupid to understand them. And I think Adam Schiff is, frankly, such a partisan. There are all sorts of nouns I could use with that.
Be careful, Lou.
Yeah, I'm not going to be careful. I'm going to be polite. The fact of the matter is that he is abjectly a partisan and not serving the nation at all. He's serving his party and his partners. We're going to have to get this out there, and I don't feel that I hear from Chairman Nunes that it's going to happen, or the members of the conference, the Republicans who particularly sit on that committee, they say we're going to see it soon, but how soon is soon enough? And it can't be soon enough for me.
Well, I believe soon enough is going to be next week. And listen, I think the big theme of this is these investigators have been finding out a lot of stuff. It was like pulling teeth to get it out of the FBI and the Justice Department, but they have found out a lot of stuff, but they felt like they were in a box because all of this stuff was classified. Well, we know these things, but we can't tell you because it's classified. And I think Devin Nunes came up with this method of writing a memo, letting everybody see it as a way to bust out of that box.
Byron York, you did it in time. Thanks. Good night,
Thank you.
everybody. Thanks for being with us.